Hello YouTube, we're going to do another restoration here, and this one, well, hopefully it should be kind of easy. It's in pretty rough shape, but no, let's see how it works. This is a Dr. Grabow big pipe. Oops. Look at that. And this thing has been so heavily smoked. I'm concerned because there's a little bit of a, oh, well, you can see that there's a little bit of a, kind of like some type of splitting of the briar on the inside, but hopefully that doesn't affect it too much. Let me zoom in a little bit. I think that should be good. Anyway, so this should be a simple ream and clean, and we'll keep you updated, and let's show you what we're going to do. So the first thing, let's take the pipe apart, and we'll see if there's a filter inside of this. Nope. Fortunately, we're clean. There's no filter on the inside, but that is really dirty. And that is kind of bad. So I think the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to put this into the little bit of the sanitizer. And once again, I just like using this antiseptic mouthwash. Very similar stuff to what pipe sweeteners are used of, but if you're going to use one, get the yellow one, the one that's unflavored. Don't get the peppermint or whichever one's the green or the blue one. Just get the yellow one that's unflavored. And we're just going to pop that in. Now fortunately, because this is a plastic stem, I don't think we have to worry about oxidation too much. At least I think this is a plastic stem. I think it is. This is a newer Grabow, so probably plastic stems. And just gonna clean up here, and I put my shop towel here because this is, we're gonna get a little bit dirty. Now I think the first thing to hit it off, we've got our Decatur reamers here, or whichever type of reamers you think they call them. I don't think these are the original Decaturs. These are probably a knockoff, but or a decanter. I don't know how to, but this type of reamer. And we'll find which is the closest one. Well, actually, I think we should start a little bit smaller and work our way up. Yep. So we'll start small, work our way up, and then if it's still got a bit of a cake inside, we'll switch. Just dropped it. We'll switch to the Cook reamer. Hold on. Pick up the handle we got here. Alright, so let's just start reaming this out. What if that's going to be an issue? You'll notice that this I don't know if it's going to reach to the bottom because of the size of it. That's the only problem with this type of reamer, is that this should be rounded off just so that it doesn't hit the edges of the pipe. But yeah, we're getting some where it's bottoming out, and I don't want to damage the rim of the pipe. Let's just switch to the bigger one, and then we'll switch to the Cook. Because we don't. Look at that. There's still a bit of cake inside. Let me see if I can just go just one more up. Okay. Go to the next size up, and we're going to see if that'll take anything away. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to be super, super careful. Because I don't want to damage the pipe. I just want to get as close to the briar as possible. Okay. Okay. I think it's just going to bottom out. But we are close to the briar. So I think from here I'm just going to hit it with the cook. Alright. So we're going to use the cook. Don't. Yeah, it kind of worked. I think I'll try and hit it with the brush, but I'm going to keep bringing this off camera. And I'll bring you back when I'm done. Right, I think I've got it down pretty good. I'm just going to hit it with the brush. And just make sure it's all cleaned out before I actually start going over it with the Murphy's. By the way, if anybody's wondering, these brushes, this set that I have, these are automotive detailing brushes. I believe these are for engines. There's 3 kinds of these brushes. There's steel, brass, and nylon. Obviously, you want to use the nylon one. Don't use any of the metal brushes unless you're just going to ruin the inside. The nylon is not that harsh. So I got it a little bit in my antiseptic here. And I'm just going to clean it up. And I'm just, turning it, spinning it inside and out. And I'm using one that's roughly about the same size as the chamber, not one that's too big. I think it's looking pretty good. And I'm using one that's not too big so that it doesn't damage the inside of the pipe. Look at that. And I think that's pretty good. Let's see what that looks like. Cleaned out. I think that's good. We're gonna leave it like that because, as you can see, I'm starting to get to the briar a little bit, which it's fine as long as I don't take too much out of it or get it out of round. Should be fine. And I'm about to dump all that out. But let's try cleaning the shank now. Now we got our bristle pipe cleaner. What pipe brush? Bristle pipe cleaner. Oops, I kind of did that wrong. I should be wearing gloves. I forgot to put on gloves for this, but I don't want to stop the process. Alright, let me get everything out of here. Clean and dump everything out, and then try to do it with the Murphy's. Alright, let's try it a little bit. Let's get it cleaned up. So we got our Murphy's. me just start scrubbing this up. By the way, if anybody's wondering, this brush, this is a shoe polish brush. I like it because it's small. It's got a pretty good shape on it. Pipe is cleaning up pretty good. Trying to see if I can just get all of this crud off the top. Let's see if I can find something. I'm just trying to see if I can just scrape this off. I got a little scraping tool here. And I'm not worried too much about damaging the finish on this pipe. So this is just a little Dr. Grabow. And I'm actually debating whether or not to strip the finish off of this pipe. Okay, I think that looks good. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and sand it because there's a lot of charring around the rim of this pipe. Well, not a lot, but there's a little bit. So I want to see if I can sand it and just get it nice and flattened out. Got a 400 grit here. We'll use that. Look at that. Okay, so the charring is a lot worse than I thought it was. But we're just trying as best as we can. This was a pretty heavily smoked pipe, of course. So I'm lightly passing with the reamer. I think that's looking a lot better. I'm just making sure that everything is nice and rounded. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slightly bevel this edge just to try and get it a little bit off. And I'll show you how to do that once I get it. Okay, so I have this handle for this chisel here, and I'm just going to round it. I'm just trying. Not that. And I'm just trying to keep it as steady as possible. So the reason what I'm doing here is I'm just sanding this out because it's all charred. See, it's got burnt on the rim and the char. So this is a lot more elaborate than I thought. This restoration got a lot more elaborate than what I thought it was going to be. So I've decided I think I'm just going to try and strip all of the finish off of this pipe. Okay. Well, I'm going to strip it. Okay, so I just stripped it with acetone. And it came out pretty good. Looks nice. But I think we need to, I'm going to have to re-dye it because you see the top here is not, didn't take it's not the same color. And also, if I do re-dye it, it's going to bring out a little bit more luster to the pipe. But it's nice. It's got nice little burls here. Raised on the side. It's pretty good grain. It's just this pipe was just so abused. You have these burn marks, but I guess that adds character to it. I believe this pipe will be a good smoker. So let's see what we can stain it with. I got a few dyes. Either have like a red or a medium brown. I think the original finish was like kind of like a purplish type color. But I'll just play it safe and go with the medium brown. I was gonna do the red, but I'll just do a very light pass with the medium brown, and then okay. Because I said light pass on just strip out and not get my workstation stained or anything. So let's just see how that takes. Looks pretty good. And I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit. Okay, that looks good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean it up with the alcohol, because I want to keep the natural finish, but I just touched it up with the medium brown, just so that I could add color to the top and just get everything to blend pretty good. So I just got a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Put that on the towel, and we're just going to rub it in. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Hopefully everything comes up when you polish up. We're just gonna leave this alone. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that for a bit. So we're gonna leave the bowl alone, and we're gonna stand.